And it just kind of goes with this goofy little attitude. But I love him.
Yeah, nothing wrong with being goofy, man. Here's the thing: is everybody tries to play it cool, and then you realize that like once you like let loose and you can be goofy, which is why I wanted you on, man, because you've never had a problem being goofy. So that's probably that's honestly where he fucking gets it from.
You know what's so crazy, bro? On the way down here, right? I was sitting here having a conversation with my son, right? And I was telling him, I was like, bro, listen, my wife gives me a hard time about, you know, the way you get along with your kids, the way I say some of the stuff to them, or the way that I kind of approach them on some of these things.
Yeah.
She says all the damn time, like, you understand that you're the father, you're this and that. I was like, honey, trust me. This is just me. This has always been me. This is always going to be me. It's a little too late to try to change me on this one. You know what I mean? But I've never really brought it up to him to where just recently now, you know, you think you're going to be like this, like you're a father, dude. You think you're going to be the best dad in the world, and you see every single day you mess up
All the time.
Nobody tells you what's the right thing or the right or the wrong thing to do it. So I wanted him to come along because he's always seen me under that dad hat. You know what I mean? Wearing that dad hat, that this and that. And I tell him, I'm like, dude, if you really met me in high school, dude, you have no idea who I am.
Yeah.
Like, honestly.
Yeah. That's exactly it. And people fail to realize that, like, you know, we hold, you know, us looking at our parents. We're like, you know, why didn't they do this? Or why wasn't this? Or why were they like this? And then you realize they were our age
at some point.
When we were looking up to them, like, you got all the answers, dog.
Yeah.
And it's not the case.
It's not, bro.
It's not the case, man. So it's you know, I'm battling that with my kids. Like, how much do I explain to them, and how much do I'm just saying, like, hey, I'm the parent. You know, this I'm laying down the law. Explaining stuff to them and your reasoning, your judgment allows them, and if he's a smart dude, you know, he can start picking your reasoning apart. But at least you're letting him know, hey, this is why I'm making this decision, and this is my decision on it. It's my household, you know, X, Y, and Z. This is what I see is best. But as long as you're conveying that, instead of like, shut up, you're my kid, you know, I'm the dad, I'm gonna whatever I say goes, like that to me, you think you're getting some sort of respect, and you aren't. It's a false respect. I feel that I get more respect from the kids when I really lay it down and break it down for them. And my kids are 8 and 9. I can't imagine. His birthday's tomorrow?
Tomorrow, bro. 18, bro.
18,
Let that
dude.
sit in for a second.
Man,
18.
me at 18, dude.
What were you doing at 18?
Dating Ashley Jones and
Hi.
right back to high school, man.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, no, it's
Did you know that Ashley Jones? We thought when we were in Dayton, right?
Yeah.
And we were like in 4th grade or something like that, and they had 3rd and 4th together, and we would have like this get together when they'd read the books and stuff. Dude, I thought I was the biggest hot shot because me and Ashley were holding hands underneath the beanbag, dude. I was like, I'm doing it.
And it's weird because I've always viewed, you know, love and, oh, hey girl, get in here.
I said,
we got an audience tonight,
No.
man. This is one of the few times I have an audience, which I dig, and I hope it doesn't
No.
influence you in it, because an audience will do that, man. An audience will do that. You'll play stuff up. You will avoid certain subjects, and you know, I was in my mind, I'm like, how are we going to do this tonight? Because I do want to get intimate with you, man, because I don't think you're scared to go there.
I'm not.
Yeah. I love that.
I'm very transparent, honestly. Yeah. And it's
guys, my fucking guest is Ramon Martinez, by the way, from KR Farriers out in Buckeye, Arizona. I've known this man since I was 10 years old, and needless to say, we go way back, and there's plenty of stories there.
Just a hot minute.
Yeah.
Very hot minute. When there was an actual rivalry between Welton Mohawk and Dayton and Sentinel. Sentinel was way out there, though.
Sentinel was way out there. All the Mormons, they were all related.
I know, right? Shout out to all the skeezies, you know?
Oh my
Oh,
gosh!
it was
There's nothing better to do.
It was like 30 skeezies, dude.
Yeah. Well, listen. You're out in the middle of nowhere. There's nothing. There's nothing better to do than to be a skeezy. What else are you gonna do, man?
True.
You know, you're in the city, then you have options out there. Man.
Beggars can't be choosers when you're out there.
So they won't know, but I've been trying to get you on, and I was trying to get you and Chris on at the same time.
Oh my god, dude, that would have been honestly.
Yeah.
That would have been off the charts.
I don't know if I could have controlled it, honestly, man. So
honestly,
it's
bro,
nice.
yeah. You know what, Chris? Matter of fact, Chris, I'm sorry. And if you see this thing, yeah, you called me today, and my bad.
Yeah, it's funny. He called you randomly
today,
and we had agreed that hey, you're gonna come out, and you know my schedule's getting busier and busier, and you're busy too, man.
I'm really busy.
Not to just say my schedule, but you hit me up. You're like, hey, I got this week. I freed it up. What do you have available? And I'm like, tomorrow night, dude.
Yeah, dude.
And it's 10:20, and we were shooting for 8:30.
Yeah, hey, do what it do, baby. Do what it do.
Yeah. But yeah, I wanted to get you and Chris on because you guys are very similar in like your braggadociousness, your class clownish, like when people talk about like I'm doing comedy these days, and I never thought myself a comedian. The people that I saw that were comedians were you and Chris and David and Gordo, and that's when like I tell those guys, I'm like, why aren't you guys doing stand-up comedy? But it's a different thing.
It is a different thing. Matter of fact, I was talking to Sheila about it inside. It's I got a cousin that is. He produces, and I just saw him last week. Was it last week, son? That I went to that hop show? That lowrider. Just imagine my ass, dude, walking in there all cowboyed out. I was trying to play it down, you know what I'm saying? So, but my cousin, which, by the way, this is so randomly, right? Dude, I walked into this thing, and this is middle of Phoenix, bro, and there's a cloud over this thing, and I'm like, God damn, they must be burning some shit up. Bro. Hell no. There's fucking cholos walking around with the damn pot.
Yeah, it's just
in the pot, like the pot plant.
Yeah,
I'm like, really? Come on, that's a little too much. Sorry, kind of squirrel.
It's all right.
But dude, my cousin does this, and he's a promoter. So, but he's a promoter for a comedian out in L.A.
Okay.
But it's not a comedian where he does stand up. He does skits. On all social
TikTok,
platforms.
YouTube, Reels, all that. Yeah, it's very popular. No, for sure.
So, and it's so crazy because, you know, obviously that's where the industry is at now, no matter what it is.
Everything.
So if, like for me, I just in the last like month, I've been trying to chase somebody down that kind of does the exact same thing where, you know, I'm getting people from all walks of life. I obviously I shoot horses and stuff, but, from all walks of life that just kind of, what do you do for a living? Oh, well, this is what I do. And I just kind of don't really dive into it and just kind of give them, you know, skim the top of it.
Yeah.
And they're like, you know what? So crazy. I sit there and that's like an ASMR kind of thing. I sit there and I enjoy it. I love watching this thing. And it's so crazy. Like from all, and then I just kind of saw the opportunity and I was like,
I've seen you do a few go live at least.
Yeah, but that's very unprofessional. At least it's just kind of me treading the waters just to see how it is and how it would go. I don't know, having somebody follow me around and actually do this stuff and actually do it professionally.
Gotcha.
That's kind of where I'm going with it.
Well, I'll tell you right now, man, because you know Sheila really got me into this, but just in general, like we watch videos on YouTube, and even last night, like dude, I was up to 2 a.m. bullshit, and I got home, I did from an open mic, did yoga till midnight, and then I was like, I'll just play a little bit. I'll throw this video on. And I watched 3 videos from this guy. And all he does is mow lawns.
So do I.
Here you go.
SB mowing. SB mowing. Bro. I'm telling you, bro.
Dude.
Yeah.
Yeah. So there's that guy. She watches like a guy that details cars and everything. There's something to that. And you can definitely capitalize on that. And also you can capitalize on being, because what I see from you and what is the same thing I see from Justice, who I just had on, like you guys are in the moment, like you guys feel it, you guys have like the same vibe, and you guys are both farriers, but you guys would make a dynamic duo if you were to do that. And you don't need somebody to follow along. No, you just set up your tripod, record it, and then you can have one of you two can edit it, or you can send it off to somebody else to edit it.
Well, it's one of these things. So, and this is one of those things that I explain it this way. When I show up and I'm going to do what I'm going to do, I kind of engulf myself in the idea
So you're not
that
worried.
I'm not worried about like, yeah, this is what I need and this is what I want to do, but I don't put any effort towards it because I need to spend my time to that customer. That customer's paying me.
Yeah, and that's also to speak to your artist side.
Exactly.
Because
Ron.
I'm here for the art of creating, which I had to learn with the last podcast with Justice was like, you mold it to the horse. It's custom made for this breed. What are you using it for? What terrain are you on? It's all of that, which I didn't, of course now it makes sense, but like I didn't realize going into it that you're doing all these things. So yeah, in the moment you're like, I'm here to create a perfect pair of horseshoes for this. I'm not worried about capturing it. So yeah, I can see why you're like, I need somebody to do that because this is what I'm here for. And also about it being unprofessional, what you can do, which I think is SB Mowing does, is he goes to those houses and says, hey, I'll do it for free. Because now, you're not charging the customer and making money on the ads and the views and all that. So you could say, hey, I'm going to do this one for free, but can you sign this release that I can film it?
When I first started, obviously, dude, me my entire life. Where in the hell did
I did not see this coming.
Where in the hell did you see this? Dude,
No,
I was walking around with the afro, bro. Come
Afro,
on.
dread, long tees, fucking, yeah, man.
I bang in my white tee. You know what I'm saying? But it's one of them things. Dude, I walked around when I was going to college, bro. I had do-rags on, bro.
Yeah, I remember.
Like, it was, legit.
Dude, yes.
Take that in.
Yes.
Digest it a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
We go through phases.
Take the complexion.
We go through seasons.
Yeah. So,
for sure.
But you know what? You don't know what you're going to be. But what you do know is who you are. As long as you're true, as much as, an appearance is one thing, but being true to yourself, obviously to my son, that's here watching us, but as long as you're true to yourself and the person that you are, that's kind of that builds the big pillar of the person you are. Dude, it don't matter. You can be anything. Honestly.
And people admire the honest and true expression of whatever you're into. It doesn't matter what it is, because at the end of the day, I don't remember who I was having a conversation with recently, but I'm like, why does it matter if this thing brings this person joy? Why are you trashing it? Why are you... I don't have time to complain, man. I'm too busy. I'm too busy trying to make some shit happen. I'm too busy trying to build up other people and promote other people that, like, I don't have time to complain. And constructive criticism does have its place.
It does.
But to just sit there and all I do is just type shit out like, oh, this was dumb, this was this was that. I don't have time for that. I don't. I'm too busy. Too busy.
You just got to take it in stride, bro. Honestly. Yeah. In now going back to like what I came out to be. Like, dude, I never thought, I never rode horses.
You never
in high
thought
school.
you were going to be in your late 30s with braces. I know.
Dude, fuck. Hey, you know what? Here's your sign, baby. Hey, you know what? And he was there for this one. And he was there for this one. There's a reason why I have braces. Do you honestly think I wanted braces?
No.
Hell
you
no.
have to correct some shit, for sure.
Yeah, right.
I feel, dude, bro, I've lost 2.5 teeth, bro, in like the last 3 years. And I'm like, how? Like, oh, I'm not fucking taking care of my teeth. That's what happens. So I applaud you, sir. Well, I applaud you.
Dude, you know how many people give me crap about my damn fucking braces?
She was like, you just lost 2 teeth? Since like 2019, yeah, I've lost 1.5.
Get it together.
He's been going a little hard. My boy Blue.
I gotta go see my boy in Tick Tick Boom. The piano player for Tick Tick Boom, is the cover band, is a dentist. That's where I get. I find a musician and I'm like, wait, are you a dentist? Okay, I'm gonna go see you.
I'm gonna go see you tomorrow. Well, see, he was actually there when I got my teeth kicked out.
Wait, hold on.
Hold up. Wait a minute.
I made fun of you having braces But you got your teeth kicked out?
I got my teeth kicked out. Actually, he was there. My whole family was there. My wife, my kids, all of them.
Was it a bring your family to work day? And
You know what? It was one of them things where we were actually living back home.
Yeah.
We were living back home. I was actually the good old freaking Mac Lane feedlot.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
That's
so
my first job.
So I was
Yeah.
I was shooting for him.
No shit.
And so I told him, I was like, you know what? We're going to go shoot 2 horses. Just come with me. So I bought him these freaking hoverboards. And I bought all 3 of them hoverboards. So I got, now, back then, I don't know how old they were, but.
Yeah, you went to Antelope. You can't do math. I know.
Fuck, dude. I need all your tellies. You know what I mean? Fucking tally right now. No, but so we were there, and long story short, went to pick up a foot, and it was a front foot. The horse got scared and jumped. Well, when it jumped, it kicked out, and it was jumping over a rail. And I happened to kind of get out of the way, and it kind of got me like on the shoulder, but then it kicked me in the face. So I actually landed, and I was knocked out.
Damn.
Remember that? So, and then my wife and everybody kind of got up, and they're like, "What the fuck?" You know what I mean? They're up there kind of trying to wake me up, and I'm like, "All right, we're good." And I was good. Like I didn't have like nothing broken, nothing that was like, oh, you know what? My jaw was a little kind of bruised up, right? I got up, kind of walked it off, and I was like, all right. So I went back and I shod the horse normally. So I went back to doing what I'm doing. Later that night, I was having dinner, and I go to bite on it, and it freaking cracks one of my teeth.
Oh shit.
So I was like, I think damn. So I think I need to do something about it, dude. And needles and me, we don't play.
You don't have tattoos?
No, hell no. Hell no. I got a tramp stamp. No, I'm just kidding. No, but
It's a henna. So you got to go get big ass needles in your gums.
so I do know that night, my wife, oh my God, my wife gets a kick out of it because if we're going to the hospital and she goes, all right, if he gets it shot, we're going to record it. So she makes a big fucking deal about it. And she's just like, you're the biggest pussy in the world. And she lets the whole world know. Like, honestly, we walk into the clinic and she's like, he's afraid of needles. Let's get needles out. You know, it's kind of one of the, and she just wants, obviously, you know what I mean? I love her to death.
Yeah.
So I cracked my tooth and I couldn't take it anymore. Dude, that is the worst pain in the world,
Dude,
bro.
tooth pain is crazy.
God damn. It's unbearable, honestly.
Yeah.
I'd rather get a catheter put in than that.
I've never had the experience, but
Neither have I, but I don't want to find out. But dude, imagine that. Like, sincerely, like, as a dude,
I can,
Like-
I can imagine that tooth pain is worse than a catheter.
I think so.
Yeah.
I remember, and you know what's the first person that I actually remember?
I don't have a tight catheter, right? I mean, a tight urethra.
A tight catheter. I'm gonna go, buddy.
I don't have a tight urethra.
The purple-handed yelp slinger. Hey, so it reminds me of, remember Chance
Oh, Mixon.
Mixon? Yeah, we called him the meat.
Yeah, that boy was gifted.
He was gifted.
Yeah.
And not up here. Not up
Well,
there.
no. Well, no, when you're gifted with that.
You're gifted, yeah.
You don't have
So
it.
I don't know.
It's Chance.
Chance. And we ended up going to the hospital. I don't know why he was in the hospital. This is when he was in grade school, and Nick, Corey, Anthony, Corey, and all them. We all went up there. We were checking him out, and he had a catheter in. And I remember when he got home, he was so animated about it. He's just like, bro, it was the worst freaking thing in the world. And it's just like, you know, he was young. We're like, you're stupid, bro. Like, no, that can't hurt that much.
Yeah.
But dude, just seeing him, I'm like, you know what, a toothache and that. I was a toothache. I'm like, fuck, I wanted to die. I couldn't even fathom explaining it, or not fathom, but that was kind of stupid.
No.
I just couldn't explain it. I really, honestly couldn't explain the pain unless you go through it. Then you know what you're.
Yeah, you know, which is funny for you using it, but I like it. It just seems like it's one of those it's just those phrases that you say, right? Where it's like, I'd rather have this than that.
Yeah.
But no, yeah, tooth pain is something crazy. Like dry socket is something I've never experienced, but I've heard that is like the utmost. Like,
but you know what's so funny is that my wife takes every second to rub it in because She goes, obviously I got my tooth kicked out, and I was chewing tobacco all through high school.
Yeah.
Graduated high school, I was chewing tobacco, and she's like, "See, that's what you get for fucking chewing tobacco. What the fuck does that have to do with chewing tobacco? See, your tooth wouldn't have fucking fallen off."
I got kicked by a horse,
kicked
bro.
by a horse, bro. Come on,
Yeah,
that shit's gonna happen.
Yeah.
But, dude, yeah, my wife.
That's the worst thing that happened on the job so far?
Nah, not really.
Jesus, all right.
So that's been top. It's up there.
It's up there for sure.
It's up there, but
I mean, what's it like for a farrier? I mean, what's you know, what are your worries?
My worries?
Yeah, when it comes to the job. I mean, you own your own business. You're using it to support a family, right? Mm-hmm. And you're relying on customers with horses, right? To request your services.
Yeah. But I think it's one of those things that you can do. Ask the same question to a painter. You know what I mean? Like, it's, yeah, you're in it, but if you're really in it, are you in it because you just are you in it for the money, or are you in it for the love of the art?
Damn,
because
dude,
honestly, it is an art.
It is. You're custom making something, which I've already said.
Yeah.
Like you're custom making something for this. You're coming up and what's your problem? What's your request? What's this? And then you're using your ingenuity, your wisdom, you know, your knowledge on the job to create something that's going to allow that horse to perform and have a long life.
It is. For me, it's something I'm very passionate about it. It's just like everything else. Obviously, there's different avenues you can go as far as getting certifications. You can go as far as being a clinician, you know, all this stuff. But to each their own kind of deal. But you know what? Each stage you go up, every stage you go up, there's a circle. So if you're not in that circle, you suck. You go a little bit higher. If you're not in that circle, you suck. If you stay down here, this is where, like, let's say, like for me, I'm not certified. You know what I mean? Like I don't care.
You don't have a certificate on the wall saying, "Hey, you know, I went to school and learned this." But you're certified in the sense of word of mouth, which holds more weight than a fucking certificate. Honestly.
You know what? But you know what? This is where I kind of put this into effect, right? Yeah. So when you go apply for a job, and every job application says the exact same thing. Yeah. We require to have a bachelor's degree in this or equivalent experience.
Yeah.
So it's like, so a guy can go off and be 20 years and a guy with a bachelor's come out and do the exact same thing and you get paid. It's just like, honestly, I think that a college degree nowadays, it's more, this guy made a commitment.
Yeah, that's
not really what you go into.
Me and Sheila had that conversation because she's battling that with you know, a lot of her prospects is there's no degree, but I'm like, you've been doing the job itself.
Yeah.
But then they're like, well, you know, they have to weigh this out. I'm just like, that's where it comes in with the word of mouth. Like if a person there can vouch for you and just say, I know this person's work ethic, I know their knowledge, like that's where it's at.
Yeah, but you know what? As far as for me in the horse world, in the Western industry,
horse world,
horse.
Oh, okay,
horse. Oh, I'm not gay, by the way. That shit was running through your head, Sheila. You know that shit. Like,
after I told her they used to put the bottom of a Gatorade bottle in your mouth, dude.
That's fucking talent. That's fucking talent.
Teach me your ways.
Please.
God damn. See that coming back to me, you know what I'm saying? But when it comes down to the horse industry, it's, you really kind of, honestly, as you're coming up, you really kind of have to hitch your wagon to somebody else's.
As far as like having a mentor of some sort?
You have to, bro. You have to.
Yeah.
There's a lot of things now. I was just telling Sheila inside, dude. This is one of those industries that it's who you know. It's a lot of who you knows. but the main tool is yourself. Now, you can go off and ride with a bunch of people. You can apprenticeship. You can do all this other stuff that you don't have to go to college. You don't have to get certifications. You don't have to do all that stuff. But you can take one of the best attributes that you see in that person and take it and make it your own.
Yeah.
Now, you take a little bit from this guy, a little bit from that guy, a little bit of this. And you know what? I can tell you the way I shoe, I can break it down who I got this and this, this and this and this from.
Yeah.
But at the same time, I still went off and educated myself. Just because if it's something that I really, really am this passionate about, that I can put my work up against, like I've always felt, I can shoe a horse, and I'm not afraid to tell the customer, like, hey, take this to the vet. Make sure that I did it right. Because you learn more by messing up than actually getting it right every time.
That's so true, man.
So as long as you have an open mind, like, hey, I'm not right. Like I'm not afraid to tell you that I'm wrong. Like I'm not. Please tell me I'm wrong. Yeah. Because then that makes me that much better.
Yeah, because then you can correct it.
And
then you can see, well, what steps led me to get to here, and then you can see like a point where it branches off, where it's like, this is where I fucked up, and I can come back and see it in the future, and that's where the experience comes into play, because you can read shit from a book all day. You can take tests, you can take all that, but listen, on the job, man.
On the job, bro.
Everything's always different.
It's like
everyone has a game plan until they get punched in the face. Mike Tyson, man.
Yeah.
Everybody has a plan. Oh, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do that. And then you get punched in the face, and you get kicked in the face by a horse.
By a fucking horse. A paint mare.
It was a paint?
It was a paint mare.
Oh, she's beautiful, huh?
Black and white paint mare.
Oh, you couldn't be too mad. She's too pretty.
Her name was Nogales. I'll never forget it. Nogales. I'll never forget it. And you know what? My best friend actually sold it to the feedlot. So there's a little... I think it was my buddy just trying to get back at me. I'm kidding. No. But, yeah, I just kind of, dude, I stumbled across it. It was one of those things.
Yeah. When did it come? Because I hadn't heard from you, and then next thing I know, you're in the job.
Well, not only that, right? So let's start where it started. So
that would be great.
So start from the beginning, fucker. But. Okay, so last time I was dating Sam, right?
Yeah, when I would see you all the time, yeah. This was that was 2006, 2007, 2008. Dude, we're talking about like 20 years ago almost now. Yeah. So that's when I would see you regularly.
So, and I was with when I was with her, I was kind of getting into it.
I never knew.
It was just no. It was just something like, even though I was dressing all cholo and I was doing the whole, the whole spiel, low key.
I was in long tees too. I ain't gonna lie. Yeah.
So I was low key into it, like low key. Like my dad. I didn't grow up with my dad, but my dad kind of pushed it on me.
Did he work at the Aztec? Did he work at Aztec?
No. My dad lived in Mexico. I didn't grow up with my dad. Gotcha. Mr. Corey raised me.
Gotcha.
Yeah. So it was one of those things that when I would go back and see my dad would be like, "Oh, you're going to be a cowboy, so you need to put a cowboy hat on it." And low key, I kind of liked horses, honestly, low key. But it wasn't like something that is overwhelming what it is now. But so then I kind of started getting into it when I was here in Phoenix, and then we moved back home. Remember when me and Sam moved back home, and remember Miguel Peralta?
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
So, he was working at the feedlot, and when he was working at the feedlot, he didn't have he was just kind of on his own, and I was like, dude, so am I, bro. Like, let's hang out. And I started hanging out, and then he started pushing it on me. So then he really, really started pushing
his family was in it.
Dude.
That Peralta family.
Family. You could say Peralta family in Welton, and it's just like, okay, I know who you're talking about.
Yeah.
In the horse industry. So him and we really got into it, and we were really cool for the longest time. And he really, dude, I went through the shit of the shit. Like, he would make me get on crap, and he would make me fall, and he'd laugh, and he'd make me do all this dumb stuff. You know what I mean? Like, growing pains kind of deal.
Growing pains. He wanted to make sure you were committed. He wanted to make sure
Yeah.
you learned from these rough situations, man, because it's one thing to tee it up and make it a big old meatball for you to crush. But then it's one thing to train you for
it, yeah.
for the times where you're going to fail, so you can fail gracefully in the future.
Exactly. And now, so he kind of took me in, and honestly, it was an infatuation. That I was infatuated with the fact that you could teach an animal something and they remember it. Like it's
Wild.
self-gratifying. Like, God damn, like I taught that thing this.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So that's where I started really, and me being the guy that I am, I get attached to things real easy. So, and I got really attached to that. So obviously, I don't know if you know, but obviously you have somewhat of an idea, right? I had a really shitty upbringing, like really shitty upbringing.
Yeah.
So for me, that was my comfort. Like, so that kind of like made me forget about everything, kind of do my thing, and I could be myself. I didn't, like before, I kind of laughed with people, but inside I was like, I honestly, so when the whole Robin Williams things hit, like when he passed away, I didn't know him. I didn't know nothing.
That
You
was
know what I mean?
crazy.
So, but it touched home for me because it was, for me, it was one of them deals where I'm like, hey, I know how that guy felt. You know what I mean? Like the guy, he made the world laugh, but he was fucking dead inside. So I kind of, I had this fake smile for the public, and I never really was true to myself. So, but then I fell in love with this, and that's why I kind of stuck with it, and it stuck forever. So like for me being that committed to it, I lost my first marriage. I lost my daughter. You know what I mean? Like there's things that I lost because I made that much of a commitment. But I was integrated into it, and I was committed to it 100%. That I wanted to learn this. So when I wanted to do this thing, I got into training this, that, and then it was just like, fuck, I don't want to know about anything. I just leave me alone with my horses and I'm good. And you know, one of the things now, everybody asks me like, why do you do it? And it's very simple. And a lot of guys won't say it. It's just because it's a manly thing. You know what I mean? I don't want to say that I love horses. Because you see little girls, you see other women, you see guys, like other people, that it's not so masculine to say, hey, I'm in love with horses. Like, I love being around horses. That's just flat out what it is. But, and then, well, so then after that, I got separated, and then I started really training by my own, self-educating, picking up books, reading books. Never read in high school, never read anything, but goddamn, I wanted to learn something. So I was like, I think I didn't have the resources. So I was like, you know what, I'll buy this book and see what I can get off of that. And obviously YouTube wasn't a thing back then. So it was just, you really had to, hey, you know what? And I learned that obviously from my upbringing, right? I wasn't happy with what I was doing, but I would be like I would smile in your face, but I was fucking, goddamn, I felt like shit that day. I'm like, God damn it, I don't want to do this, but hey, you doing all right? Like,
dude, that speaks to me, man, because every memory I have of you is you exactly that. So when you just said that Robin Williams thing,
yeah, dude, yeah, bro,
because anytime I was around you, dude, I was gonna laugh.
Yeah. God damn. And you know what?
And to know that you were hurting inside.
Bro, dude, I was hurting bad, bro. Like bad. You know, and it's so crazy, dude. Like my upbringing. Like I didn't have a father figure. My mom was a druggie. My mom wasn't around. I got to raise all my brothers. And then my family was, in a nutshell, right? They didn't want to help me out because they were helping my mom out. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So they were just kind of like, hey, you need to get your ducks in line, but talking to my mother through us. And I'm like, I don't have any freaking stones or anything in this fight. Why am I getting the repercussions of it? But I always saw it where I was kind of, I guess I grew up a little different. I should have turned out to be a little druggy. Should have turned out to be a freaking idiot. Yeah. Still am an idiot, but you know what I mean? But
we're all idiots.
But you know what I mean? Like, and I have so many, as I was driving up here, I'm like, I know this guy's going to ask me some questions that's really going to fucking open up and, open it up. You know what I mean?
You're making me cry.
You know how you grow up? You know how you grow up and you have like in grade school, you have your set of friends, right?
Yeah.
And then you go up in your high school and you still don't forget your friends back there. They're friends.
Yeah.
But you have a different face of friends.
Yeah.
You go through like I say like this, every 10 years, you get a different set of friends.
Yeah.
Every 10 years, I guarantee you. Because if people say that, oh, you're the same person, fuck you.
Dude, if you're the same person you were...
How fucking boring are you?
I don't want to put a limit on it, but I mean, just say 3-5 years ago. Definitely 10 years ago. If you're the same person you were 10 years ago, you failed. You haven't done anything to grow, to learn, to change, because we do not have anything figured out.
We don't.
We do not.
And
it
the
changes because of the relationships.
Yeah. And not only that, but the minute you think you got it figured out, like you're like, okay, I can. Something stupid and so minute comes into your life, and you're like, God damn, that was just the tip of the iceberg. Like that was just like, God damn, look underneath fucking things. But yeah, I should have been something else, bro.
You should have. With that, God, the moon looks beautiful. With the
Shoot the moon.
Oh, I got the telescope. We'll break it out. We'll fucking look at it. Hey, careful with the camera there, girl. Yeah, same thing with you and Boomer. You remember Boomer?
Me and Boo Boo still talk. Still talk, bro.
Dude,
his brother Tony.
Yeah. And I brought him up last podcast with Rob because they're both left-handed, and Rob was talking about getting into comedy, or not comedy. Rob is a staple in comedy in Phoenix, but into golf. And he's like, I need left-handed gloves. I was like, all right, clubs. I'm going to find you some. But I brought up Boomer because
fucking
Boomer...
Quint.
Yeah, there you go. Boomer was he was the troubled kid, right? He was... Yeah. I talked about it. He was in prison, and Omar Morales was his... CO.
Yeah.
And it's like, we went to elementary school together.
That's crazy.
Junior high together. High school together. And then you're in these positions. But... Boomer decided to change his outlook on things, which is great.
But you know what? I just know him, and I've always, that kid, and he came up to me when I graduated high school, and he came up to me, and it's, see, I don't know why I don't forget some of these things, but Boo Boo, if you're hearing, he came up to me when I graduated, and he came up, and he was crying. Dude, I showed up to my graduation fucking drunk. Like, I'm out of this fucking hellhole. You know what I mean? And not mean high school or anything, but just the life that I was living back, behind the curtains.
It's a mile marker.
Yeah. For me, it was like, fuck, I get to walk away from this. Mm-hmm. But, so Boo Boo came up to me, and Boo Boo comes up, and he goes, hey, Ramo, understand this. You mean a lot to me. Because of you, I am the person that I am. He was, you know how he was. He was a troublemaker, bro. And then he joined the football team, and we accepted him, and we kind of clicked. Mm-hmm. We gave him a home, basically. Yeah. And it sunk with me that day, and he was crying with me, and he's like, dude, I'm sad that you're leaving. I'm really, really sad. And I remember this one time, this is after we graduated. We were sitting, we were at the Shooters, and we were having a drink, blah, blah, and somebody said something to him, and I look over, and it's Boomer freaking about to get in a fight, And I turn around and I like literally just go, boo boo, calm your shit down. Calm down. And he turns around and he goes, you're lucky he's here. All right, cool. And he walks away. I'm like, all right, I'm going to go after him. I go after Boo Boo and we're walking to the store. And dude, instantly fucking changes from I want to kick your ass to Ramo, you're the only person in this world that can change me. You're the yeah, and it was like, dude, bro, you just don't know. Like, this is just a facade that I'm putting up. Like, honestly, it's not.
You wanted to be there. I would throw hands with you too,
Yeah.
you know, but it's like,
Yeah, like, dude, I'm hurting just like you, bro. Like, there's different ways, but I don't know why. I don't know why. I never thought that way. I never thought about, obviously, so many negative things that happen in my life. I never thought about the negative part. I always like, there's fucking always tomorrow. There's always tomorrow. So, and I've always had, for me, a giggle and a laugh. Hey, I'm living life.
Yeah.
Honestly. So we got back to, we go to the Chevron and we sit down and we're sitting down and Boo Boo is just like having a good old blast, just talking to this and that, blah, blah, being Boo Boo. And freaking Border Patrol shows up and he stares at him. This fucking kid flips on me.
just like that.
Just like that. I'm like, oh, God damn it. And he's walking over there like to fight with this damn Border Patrol. Border Patrol had nothing to do. The guy just looked at him and goes, hey. And that's what set him off. I'm like, what the fuck? Walk over there and grab Boo Boo. And I'm wrestling Boo Boo to the ground like, dude, shut the fuck up. Calm down. I'm grabbing him. Freaking Border Patrol comes up, sprays him. Pepper sprays.
Oh,
us.
shit.
Dude, I've always wore contacts, dude. So I'm sitting there like, ah. like a little freaking 3-year-old dude, like, this shit hurts.
Yeah.
And it did. And it sucked. And then the guy handcuffed me and I was like, bro, put something in my face, dude. Like, this shit hurts.
Yeah.
And David Rodriguez shows up. And
Okay.
like the week before, I had gone on a ride along with him. The week before that, I hadn't gone on a ride along with Womack.
Okay.
So both of those guys show up and they're like, why is he in handcuffs?
Yeah.
So David goes over there, take this, and he's fighting like, hey, who put this guy in handcuffs? Blah, blah, blah. Thank you, David. And so then David takes me out and he goes inside and he goes, let's go look at the thing. Well, dude, they make a big fuss out of this thing because the guy was excessive force on us. And David comes up and he goes, hey, you need to go to court. Yeah, I'm like, dude, I don't care about getting nobody in trouble. I was like, the guy fucked up. Hey, learn from your mistakes, buddy. I don't care for you to... Dude, they spent how long going to the academy, going through everything just for one mistake? You're going to lose your job, your pension, your everything, your retirement? No. Hell no. Like, dude, let him go. Let him do his thing. He fucked up.
Yeah. Man,
But
that's volumes
poor
to
Boo Boo.
your character, man. No, that's volumes to your character because, most people would be like, you fucked up. You have this responsibility. And it's, but you forget that they're a human
They're
as
still
well.
human, dude.
They're human.
Yeah.
And you deal with animals on a daily basis. So, like, for you to be like, hey, this person's a human, man.
Bro,
you're going to make mistakes.
That shit can teach you a lot. Horses can, and this is so fucking cliches, but they can teach you a lot of things.
My mom's gonna want to watch this.
So it really can teach you a lot of things. One of those things that when it comes down to horses, you have to be really patient. You have to be truly, truly patient. Not with the animal. With yourself. With yourself.
Oh, dude, yes.
So, I'm not even speaking on the farrier aspect, like a trainer aspect. This is a horse that you have to be patient with your own self because you're teaching this horse something. And tell me you can't apply this to the rest of your life, to all aspects of your life.
Yeah.
To have that patience for yourself because that person when you train a horse or you do anything like that, you want that horse to mess up every time because if he does it right every time, you have nothing to train.
Yeah, you have no need for your position.
But you having that patience for yourself to, God damn, he did it again. damn it, he did it again. And you're hitting brick walls. And not only that, but let's say you go out and have a shitty day, a really shitty day, and you come home and you still have to ride that horse.
Mm-hmm.
You think that the outside world is not going to affect what's going on with that horse? Don't care what you have going on outside this world.
No.
And let's just apply this to as parents. Your kids do not care what you have going on outside.
Oh no,
they come home. You come home, bro, and you have to have that patience for yourself to kind of say, you know what, I'm going to close this door and I'm going to open Dad up.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I'm going to close like Ramon, and I'm going to open up Dad. And hey, bro, how was your day? Hey, how's things going with your girl? You got a girl? You got a guy? What is it? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's one of them things that dude, it's taught me a lot. It really has taught me a lot. Obviously, life before that kind of set it up.
Yeah, easily.
Damn, dude. Like I was telling you earlier, I was on the drive up here. There was a lot of little scenarios that I'm like, because when I texted you yesterday, I was just kind of like, I want Cheeto to really ask the most randomest things that obviously I know that you see the whole, like when you see a high school friend, that's what's in here. Mm-hmm. So you're kind of like, let's pick up where we left off, but let's lead into what you are now.
Well, and that's what I kind of like wanted to bring up, to Sheila in there while we were talking. I was like, I've known you since I was, 10, 11, 12 years old. And to me, I always view myself from that age, that insecure, chubby kid that was just, trying to find his
You were chubby,
place.
but goddamn, couldn't you fucking stretch, dude? You always been flexible, bro.
I've always stretched, man. I don't know what I remember being in Miss Cochran's class in 4th grade, and we were doing some physical activities, and she was like, it's important to stretch. And I'm like, it's important to stretch.
For the rest of your life.
Well, I noticed that I was more flexible than some of the other kids. So then it brought something, it was some cool factor. It's like, oh, okay, yeah, I'm very flexible in that sense. But the other thing was that, like, if I were to play a sport, like even a pickup basketball game or soccer game, and I didn't stretch, I didn't feel good. I didn't feel like, I could have done better. I could have done this. So I always took time to stretch. But what I was trying to convey, and what I convey to people, is like, this is what I look like now, and this is the identity that I try to portray. But in my head, I'm still that kid.
You're still that same guy, dude.
Still that kid.
Dude, you don't lose yourself, bro. That's why, like, damn, it's. I was telling, and I keep telling them, and I keep going back to that same thing, right? But, who you are now, like, we have the biggest fights in the world, him and I, and it's one of those things where I'm like, bro, if you're a lazy guy, you're going to be a lazy guy the rest of your life. Mm-hmm. If you half-ass everything, you're going to be half-ass.
Yeah.
Now, who said this? And I think if you go back to...
Was it Lil Jon?
Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
God damn.
Oh,
that's
shit.
Good.
But I think it was Skeezy that said it. Yeah. Skousen, bro. Daryl Skousen.
Oh, Skousen?
Daryl Skousen. Skeezy,
He's one of the famous Mormons of high school.
Yeah. So Daryl Skousen said, I think it's one of the yearbooks, anything worth doing is worth doing right.
Yeah.
So, and that's what I always try to convey to him, that it's just like, hey, listen, bro, if you value your time.
Explain what?
God damn, bro. Can you hear that? we can hear it. God damn.
Anything doing is doing right, because at the end of the day, it's your name going onto it. You might not like the job you're doing, but at the end of the day, they're going to be like, who did this? Yeah. And it's your fucking name on that.
No, regardless of what it is. It's small, big, what it is. It's like, again, it brings me back to corporate America and the horse world and the whole 9 yards. What's up? You want some of this? God damn.
You gotta tighten it. You gotta tighten it right there.
Oh,
There you go.
there we go. But it brings me back to what I was trying to say earlier is that that's something that's gonna follow you your entire life. If you're pillared and if you're true to yourself and you're actually like, okay, this is who I want to be.
Mm-hmm.
This is who I want to be. You speak it kind of into existence.
You do.
You do, bro.
You do.
I'm telling you.
Dude, I was sitting eating lunch, and I've said this to plenty of people, but just to bring it, the most relatable moment this week was I was at work on my lunch break.
What do you do for work?
What do I do for work, dude? I've been 15 years, bro. I work at Guitar Center selling instruments, which is I'll touch on this other piece right now too. That I just had a conversation with Anthony, who's running the open mic tonight. He came by and bought
I
these.
really wanted to see that, dude. I really wanted to see it.
As far as for me, you didn't miss anything. Listen, but yeah, see, Sheila laughed so hard because it's true.
Really? That bad?
Yeah. No, it's more bad than good, and that's why I try to share as much as I can, because it's all people see is the good. Mm-hmm. All people share and all people like see is I'm killing it. I'm doing a handstand. I'm doing 2,000 push-ups, 2,000 pull-ups. I'm doing this. I'm doing that. But how did you get there? That's the thing.
Yeah.
Because people think that like you with shoeing horses, man. You had to start somewhere.
You had to start at the bottom, bro.
You start at the bottom, and you had to be okay with sucking. And the thing that I mentioned to Rob was here is I already failed at my ultimate test. Marriage. To me, that's the ultimate test at that point.
Shit. I call
I already failed.
Bullshit on that one.
I know what I did and what I've done and what I put into it and this and that. But at the end of the day, I failed my kids.
I call bullshit on that though.
Okay, and you're okay with that. But what I'm saying is like why I'm okay with like failing at anything else is, to me, I failed at that already.
Yeah.
What the fuck is the world got?
True. But what I'm saying is that, okay, so you said you failed, right? At your marriage, you failed.
I failed, and we had the tools that we had at the time at our disposal, and that's what you're a slave to. You're a slave to what you've worked on and the tools. Anything after that, you really can't be blamed for it, but that's where you're only as strong as your weakest link. It makes the whole thing.
Yeah, it is, bro. But marriage marriage is something else, bro. You can't say there's right or wrong or
not till your mid-30s, bro. All right, you got a whole nother lifetime. You're about to be 18, a whole nother 18 years.
Is it really?
What?
Marriage.
No,
that's what I'm saying. It's like, wait.
Oh no.
Yeah.
Marriage. He's talking about marriage.
no, I'm not even talking about marriage. He
What
said
you talking about?
What you talking about, Willis? No, so like for him, and when it comes down to that, like you asked me, right? And like, hey, is it cool? For me to him, I've always said it like this: it's up to you, bro. Like I can tell you, hey, this is right, this is wrong. I can't tell you, hey, do it or don't do it. Is it bad or is it good? I can't. But when it comes down to marriage, bro, like, dude, it's so broad.
So much more complex.
It's so much more. Yeah, it's so much more complex. Like, did it not work out because you guys weren't compatible? Now, do you believe when you're married, like, let's say a marriage or a couple or anything, are you married to your wife or are you married to your best friend?
Mm-hmm.
Now, you say that, you go up to your wife or anybody and you tell them, hey, that is my best friend. No, I'm your wife. You wear both. Honestly, you're my best friend. First off,
That's how it should be.
Mm-hmm.
you're my best fucking friend. That's how it should be. Honestly, it's just because this is the person you're gonna wake up to every day and go, fuck, do I have to be here? Like, that's the first person you're going to see, bro. So, did you go wrong? You didn't. I don't think you did. Like, and I'm going to speak for myself, is I, with my ex, and you know my ex, did I go wrong? I think that with that whole situation, now, was I immature? Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Was I not considerate? Yeah. Did I see a lot of telltale signs that I should have walked out? Yeah. But I was so, when you're young or anything, it's just like, when you fall in love with somebody, it's like you're in love.
Mm-hmm.
There's nothing else. There's nobody else. And that's who you want.
Yeah.
That's who you fucking want. But that doesn't make it that's going to last for the rest of your life. Like, you brought in your whole kids. Did you fail your kids? No, you never failed your damn kids. You never did.
Mm-hmm.
Your kid you're always going to be dad as long as you're there every day and say, hey, listen, bud, for whatever you need, you know for a fact, if your kid goes, hey, dad, I need you to come pick me up today, I'm going to try everything out to drop everything to go to you. You know for a fact.
Yeah.
You don't have to be there physically, like in that same house. Well, you have to be there physically.
Yeah.
But I mean, like in the same household, bro, there's nothing. I think that for marriage, failure is not something that is like, that you should carry on and say, hey, yeah, I fucked up. No. It's all right, bud. You fucked up. Great. I'm good. Like, let's keep doing our thing. Like, let's do us.
Yeah.
Still, again, it brings me back to being true to yourself. Hey, bro, as long as you have the idea, no matter what your ex says about you or portrays about you, hey, bro, I wish I could sit down with my ex. Honestly, I wish I could sit down and tell her, hey, you know what? Trust me, I still love you just as much as she loves you. You're the mother of her. You're her mother. Mm-hmm. So you're the biggest thing in her life.
Yeah.
And I have to love you the way she loves you. I don't love you in a different way. I don't like, I love you and I want to be with you. But in her eyes, when I'm around you, you're the best person in the world. The best fucking person. No matter, you have to distinguish and you have to set apart your damn feelings for that other person.
You really do.
It's so fucking hard though.
It is. Because I just had that talk with them. I was like, when you guys try to pit me against like the other kid. I'm like, when you do that, it feels like you're doing that with mom and dad, and we're not okay with that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Are you struggling? Did you struggle with it?
Oh. Yeah, but how much of it was it just busy work that I was doing to keep myself occupied to like not fully deal with it? I don't know. But I feel like I did, man. I definitely shed a ton of tears over it for sure.
Oh, fuck. Tell me about it.
Yeah.
Here, I'm going to drop a bomb on you. My ex left my best friend. And you know that. Yeah. My college best friend. And that doesn't change anything on my perspective.
Yeah.
So, we're all humans. We all fuck up.
Yeah, at the end of the day, it's like emotions, man. And like feelings and like love. Like, that stuff like, I don't know. You can't really help.
Why?
You can't like out-reason.
What you mean, though?
Like when you feel so strongly about like a relationship, interaction, like, I don't know, like that relationship. Like you almost can't like control it, right?
Mm-hmm.
So is it really your decision to like act on it?
Why wouldn't you? You make your own day, bro. Mm-hmm. You make your own day. Now you're allowing somebody to come in and dictate what you want to think about yourself because that person thinks that you're, let's say, you're a shitty father. You're a shitty person. That you're allowing somebody to put an idea of yourself in your head. Fuck that. Let me just put it this way.
Yeah.
And I'm not gonna put nobody on blast or anything, right? But obviously I'm Hispanic.
Mm-hmm.
Couldn't you tell? But obviously for my upbringing, she knew my upbringing. Very shitty, very this and that.
Mm-hmm.
But in her eyes, my upbringing and the person that I am, I'm worthless. Or at least that's my perspective of how I think she sees me. But she never got to see the real me. She never really got down to the nitty gritty of, all right, this is who this guy fucking is.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm okay with that. I'm really okay with that. I don't care what she thinks. I don't care what she has said to my child.
Yeah.
I finally saw her. I haven't seen her in, she's what, 16? She's going to be 16. She's going to be 16 and I just saw her last year.
Damn.
It's not like, yeah, that's hard. That's hard to swallow. That's a hard pill to swallow. That one is hard for me. That one is one that there's two things that are just very hard for me to swallow and to like do. That is my daughter thing and my brother getting killed. Those two things are probably the hardest things for me to open up about it.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like I'm talking shit behind somebody's back.
Yeah, because it's
yeah, and I don't want to do that. Like that's my opinion, and I don't want to say it to you because I don't want you to take that off and be like, that's who that person is.
Oh no.
And it's, again, kind of, this is how the world, see how stupid this little thing is, like how the world is so small, but yet it turns onto every single thing. You as a comedian, let's say, or an aspiring comedian, right?
Mm-hmm.
You're not going to talk shit about some other comedian. You're not. Why? Because you're in the same field.
Yeah.
If anything, hey, you know what? This guy's a really cool guy. It's like me going up to another farrier. I don't know the buddy that you had on.
Yeah.
He's a farrier and all, but I guarantee you we sit down and it takes 2 seconds and, oh, this is what I think. This is what you think. And we won't say anything, but, okay, I know how this guy stands about it. Is he in it for the money? Is he in it for the love of the art?
Yeah.
So it's the same shit. See how fucking small, and it's just like a little whirlwind. It is, bro. It really is. I don't know. It's just, I guess we're all dumb.
At the end of the day,
look at Sheila over there. God damn. Are you all right? God damn, she's just like watching a soap opera here, like so many emotion. It's just like, yeah, fuck.
Well, it's so real.
Yeah, man,
It's
you're
so
getting raw,
relatable,
man.
and it's
No.
So like, I just like the things that are in my mind that I don't know how to say. You're saying
He's doing it.
which is like, oh, like it's like someone reaching into your heart, and like.
But you know what? You know what's so funny about that is that we all feel the same, but we're so afraid of being judged that you just, when somebody says it, it's like one of them things. No matter if you're clear across the room and you go, "Fuck," you know what I mean? It's like when you see back in the day when I saw Britney Spears come up, and I was just like, "Damn!" You look at her now, I'm like, "Fuck, God, what was I thinking?"
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But, dude, what happened to that thing?
Dude, that thing. Did you just say thing?
No, dude, she went ape shit, bro.
She did. She did. But, I mean, when you're a sex symbol at what, like 15, 16?
God damn. I broke up with a girl because in my locker, when back then we actually had fucking lockers, bro.
What happened these days?
Yeah. Do you have a locker? Really? What, you think you're cool because you pee standing up or what? Yeah. No, but in my locker, in 7th grade, I had the biggest crush on Britney Spears. So I had pictures of her and everything, right? My ex wanted to break up with me, so what she did, she went in there and fucking tore all my Britney Spears pictures. Fucking bitch. I fucking know where you live, Yareli.
This man forgets no names.
No names. You know, bro, let me touch on this, on that.
Give me
So
something.
Chris and I know you've been wanting, dude, we've been wanting to do this together forever, but Chris is the craziest guy when it comes down to remember names. For real, bro. Like, you bring up anybody, it's like you describe that person, dude, that guy has some freaking memory.
Yeah, it's called autism.
100%.
Oh, damn. God damn. Yes, that's stupid.
No.
Oh, shit.
It's autism. They have great memory.
They do, and it's fucking a cheat code.
What?
They got it. That just to have that good of a memory, it's a cheat code
You know-
because that's why like he can connect with people on this quick level.
Yeah, man.
Dude, he can work a room like
You know what? That's one of those things that I kind of really admire about myself and low key, right? You kind of know your strong suits.
Yeah.
Like low key, right? And I've always been that guy that I've thought, excuse me, I can walk in a room and I can kind of fill it out. Like, you know how you can kind of go, okay, that guy right there is the alpha. That guy is kind of like going to be this, but that one's going to be the real outspoken one that's not really outspoken. He's going to wait for everybody to fuck up and then, bam, here's my idea. And I've always felt not the smartest guy in the room, but I can fill it out like, okay, this ain't my place. I'm going to step back a little bit.
yeah.
And Chris has always, like, I think that's why Chris and we connect so well and we mesh so well, because it's like he understands that. He understands like reading the room. Like, but you get him and I together, it's fucking attention to us because we know how to bring it in. You know what I mean? Now I'm not saying I'm the funniest man alive because I'm not, but I mean fucking retarded though when it comes down to it. You know what I mean? But yeah, that dude, that would have been awesome. Get that guy on at the same time.
Yeah.
Fuck. That would have been fucking great.
It would have been a task to keep you guys in line.
Bro. We had when you decided to bring us on and you asked us like let's coordinate this thing. Him and I were like, yeah, this is gonna happen, dude. And we honestly, like, low key, we called each other and I was like, Chris, so how do you think this is gonna go down? And he's like, dude, I don't know. Fucking Cheeto's going to bring some shit up that, bro, do we really want to fucking elaborate on this, half of this things? And we're like, I don't think he's gonna. I really don't think he's going to be like, obviously some of those things that we did in high school, we did them. But I think that's our thing. Like, they don't, like, I don't think to explain to somebody the hole in the wall, explain to somebody like the nicknames.
In this day and age, no, you can't.
Like the belt, like like the stick, the bucket. Yeah, bro.
Screen? I need to know all these things. Home,
Sheila, you don't even remember nobody's name. You're not gonna remember these stories. I just
no,
kidding.
you don't know. I won't remember your name, but I'll remember your team.
Oh damn.
The drama that comes on. Oh wait, but I need to
Oh,
know.
Man.
Yeah, no, they wouldn't. They wouldn't understand.
They wouldn't understand some of that stuff. So, coming down into this thing, it was very interesting because I'm like, where do I put my train of thought? Like where, and that's why I wanted it to be so freaking random.
Yeah.
But
No, and that's what it is, man. It's just an open conversation. So, to me, I want to convey that, it's natural that what we're doing. I'm not just here like questioning you. Boom, boom, boom. Tell me about this. Tell me about that. And trying to like just check off things. No, I want to make it an interesting conversation where we can open it up. And,
bro, I never thought that I was gonna see you cry, bro.
dude,
You shed a tear, bro.
I shed like 24 and a half tears.
24 and a half.
I shoved it back in. That's enough.
No, but honestly, like, I didn't think that it was. I didn't think that you were gonna be like. I didn't think it was gonna be in that kind of format, like where it was, like, fuck, I have to really open myself up, like. It's so vulnerable when you open yourself up.
It really is, man.
Look at that. Just maybe because it's black, it keeps coming back to me. You know what I'm saying? Just kidding. I'm not racist, guys. That's what the racist guy says, right?
Yeah.
He's like, come to me.
Come to me, baby. I'm gonna cough the balls.
Yeah.
Dude, so now I'm gonna switch it up on you a little bit.
Do it.
Okay. So I've always known, this is just my picture of you. You've always been kind of outspoken. Never been real shy. Actually, you've never been shy. And you know, seeing you doing what you do now, that you're actually putting yourself out there. I saw some of your skits that you did, or some of your stand-ups, and I'm just like, that is very cool. Very cool. Like, I don't think people understand how much it takes to step up in front of a stage and just kind of let people know some of the thoughts that go through your freaking head. And it's so hard, bro. Like, and I admire it. Like, honestly, it's what you're doing. It's fucking awesome. Fucking awesome. Now, if you touch now, trying to do what you're doing, what's the hardest thing to do?
To make it seem smooth. For me, it's like I'm trying to memorize things that I said I was going to come up here and say. So just make sure you check them off. And so it reads off like a list. So to me, like, the most important thing is to be able to convey these thoughts and make them seem like, you know, like we're just having a conversation instead of me talking at people. Instead of it being a TED Talk.
I love TED Talks, by the way.
I do, and they have their place. But
yeah,
like stand-up comedy is supposed to just come off,
bro.
Like, just where somebody can be in the audience and be like, man, is that dude just talking? I can do that. I can do that. And you know what's awesome is that person can do that. They can come up and start giving their own perspective, because we all have different upbringings, man.
Yeah. But isn't it so hard? Obviously with your upbringing and everything, right?
Yeah.
With the audience, do you gauge the audience?
I don't do that maybe enough or at all. I mean, no, I wouldn't say at all. No, I look around and be like, which jokes can I do? Right. So you gauge it in that way. No.
But I'm saying, like, obviously you have a couple guys sometimes that go up before you, right? Mm-hmm. And wouldn't you be one of them that, or at least, again, brings me back to, I'm going to take a little bit from this, You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. But kind of gauge where your audience is at. Like, okay, they were laughing at this.
At
how
this
stupid.
Type of stuff.
This type of, like, dry sense of humor. Or like, now this is the nitty gritty kind of stuff. And okay, that's going to be the, like, I don't know if you ever heard of Lalo the Entertainer.
No.
You never heard of Lalo the Entertainer? Mm-mm. Look him up. This is the guy that I was talking to you about. My cousin does this. And I was telling him, I'm like, so how do you gauge your audience?
Yeah.
And he goes, well, I kind of confine myself to that one audience. Now, do you want to be that comedian or that comic that just is known? Like, what comes up when you say Gary Owen? Black audience. When you say Eddie Murphy, same thing. Dave Chappelle, same thing. Mm-hmm. Now let's go with Gabriel Iglesias. Fat jokes. It's all. It kind of always fat joke.
Yeah.
Now, what kind of comedian are you trying to come off as? Like, is it, what kind of audience are you trying to attract? What kind of, because you know your strong suit.
Mm-hmm.
And what's your strong suit? Your ethnicity, obviously. We go back to it. George Lopez, freaking all Mexican.
Yeah. A lot of those will do that for sure. But I want to just, I don't want to be put in a box. I don't want to be pigeonholed. Like, so I try to talk about things that, a wide range can relate to, but as and not even an up and coming, but somebody getting into it, like what you have to base a lot of your comedy on is what people see on stage and making their judgment. So a lot of stuff is visual. A lot of stuff is what my ethnicity is, because they can quickly relate to that. But as you become a more known name, then you can kind of expand even further, because you'll already have some sort of built-in audience. Yeah.
Turns your table a little bit, don't it?
Yeah.
Kind of gets the wheels turning.
Yeah.
Knowing you're on an audience and reading the room takes you places.
It takes you places, honestly, because it's like, Gordo, if you see this is a shout out to you, Gordo. But Gordo's funny.
Yeah.
Gordo is funny. But you kind of, after a while, you're like, dude, you're all over the place.
Yeah, he drags it.
He drags
it.
And that's nothing wrong, boy. You're my boy. You know what I mean? We grew up in White Wing. You know what I'm saying? But it's one of them things. God damn, I'm about to piss my pants, bro. I need to take a break.
Let's take a break.
Take a break.
Yeah. Okay.
Welcome back to John Jay and Rich.
1047.
1047.
So I was trying to wash my cat the other day. I mean, give it a bath.
Oh shit! Are they still around?
They have to be.
Really?
They have
Really?
to be.
Yes.
Listen, Rich is pretty nice, right? I've met him before.
God damn. Oh, dude, no wonder this thing's really hot, bro. It's been on the entire time.
What, your phone?
My phone.
Your flashlight was on? Were you recording me without my consent? I'm recording you, but
Yeah.
were you recording me without my consent?
My ass was recording. Oh man.
You cheeky bastard.
That's all right though.
Keep being cute.
Huh?
Keep being cute. And action.
So we're back. or like, you had to remember this one when we were in football or baseball, right? We're sitting there and remember our two.
How much of this am I going to have to bleep out?
No, you're not going to have to bleep anything out. It's
All right,
just
cool.
So we would be in the back of the bus on a baseball trip, right? And Arturo Vargas, yeah, just so you know a little bit, right?
Damn, change his last name. Arturo Smith or something.
No, Arturo Vargas. Arturo Smith, come on. I know, right? I'm fucking totally putting him on blast. God damn. No, but it's because, dude, this thing was funny. Because you know what? This guy, he has a radio fucking voice. But for a Mexican.
Oh, he does.
Dude, he does, bro. Like, that guy used to come out.
Radio?
The what?
For Mexican radio or?
Yeah, for real. Like, he'd come up and, like, say, goddamn, but in Spanish, right? You can go off and, oh, you know what? Let's say hi to this person, da-da-da-da-da, and says this guy batted this and this and that, and he's dating this person, and he's going to go here, and he lives there, blah, blah, blah. But you know what? He's here with us, and here it is. Here's his name.
That's so true.
And it's like,
how is that guy not an announcer?
dude, he should be, like, honestly, low-key, that guy should be a, how would you even say it? A radio.
Sports announcer, like, yeah.
That's his calling, bro. That's his calling.
Yeah, he was another guy that I found funny and could work a room.
He could.
Mm-hmm.
He really could. Mm-hmm. But he has that dry sense of humor.
He does.
Very dry. Like, he'll sit there and say something, and he'll go, ha, 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 ha. And 10 minutes later, you'll be like, oh, fuck, I know what you mean now.
Yeah, exactly. It's, shh, fucking flies over.
Ah, damn, Cheeto. Thank you for bringing me. Thank you for inviting me. Thank you for I know this is a long time coming. I've said it 10,000 freaking times. But you know what? I'm going to call you out on something. Chris, this is for you. Yeah. We invented hole in the wall.
You dropping that here now?
Here, right now. Right now. Sheila, you're so out in the blank right now. So, dude, how long have you guys been together?
Year and a half.
Year and a half?
Mm-hmm.
Really?
Yeah.
And you haven't even brought that fucking... Like, I can't believe she doesn't know Fernie.
She knows Fern.
Does she know Flip?
I don't think she knows Flip Flop.
Really?
He's holding out on me.
God damn.
Road trip, and then we flash forward, and we're all driving down, and Joaquin's off.
Fuck, here again. No, dude. How do you go in a relationship a year and a half and you don't the pillars, bro? That's you. That's you. That's young you.
Yeah,
like
yeah,
young
yeah.
Sheldon. Oh fuck. That's young you.
I guess I'm so focused on like the next version of me that I'm not like sitting, and being like, oh, hey, check this. I'm like, this is what I'm striving for right now.
Well, you wouldn't be you right now if you weren't you back then.
That's true.
So it's just as important for me.
It is just as important. for sure.
I kind of see this playing out right now. I fucking leave, and it's gonna be like, so.
Bitch, I'm tired. I'm gonna be like, so, good night. That's what I'm gonna do. And then like Friday, when I remember, I'll be like, hey, what was the hole in the wall?
Yeah. So what was this? What was that?
I have a terrible memory, and it works out for him.
Spring break. It's kid. Oh man. What's one thing? What was the one thing that you saw me as before we talked tonight? What was your picture? Obviously, the big thing that everybody for me is, how the fuck did you end up in horses? I know that's one thing, right? But let's
there's a bit of that, but I don't know, man. You always had a work ethic. So I could easily see you like tackling like a profession like this that, I view as, such a monumental task, man. To go out, become your own business, procure your own customers, and then not only have the ability to do that, but then show up and actually execute the job. Because, in a bigger company, those would be two separate roles at one point.
CEOs.
And you have that, dude. You're your own CEO.
Yeah.
You are, and you're also training manager because you're booking sessions with other guys that you can learn from, and you can be, recommended certain techniques. Like you got it nailed down, man.
Dude. It's just like the other day. What was it? Not the other day. Today. Fuck. God damn, I went back.
It's a long day, bro.
It's a long day. I went back.
Looking at it right now.
So I got a call today, and this lady calls me up, and she's like, hey, one of the vets recommended me to you. And I was like, cool. And I was like, so what's wrong with your horse? She's like, well, I'm just kind of waiting. The vet told me to tell you to come look at it. And I'm like, fuck, it's the other way around. Like, the vet should tell you what's wrong with your horse. You come to me.
Yeah.
And it's, I've been so, and in my industry, it's, the vet is the person that knows everything, went to school.
Yeah, patron saint.
Yeah. So, and for a vet to come out and say that, to me, I was just kind of like, and I don't care if people laugh at me for this one, but it's one of those moments where you're like, damn, the vet actually trusts me that much.
Mm-hmm.
It's just like, let me go right in the corner real quick. Nobody's watching. Pat a little bit, and I come right back. You know what I mean? But that was one of those moments where you were like, okay, damn, there's my education,
your validation,
my validation.
Yeah,
like
for the years you put in.
Yeah, and it's it's one of those freaking moments where, like today, I literally pulled my truck over. I literally pulled my truck over today, and I've never done it in a while. I haven't done it in a while. I used to do it a lot back home, where I used to kind of pull over somewhere. There was one spot back home, it was by the Mesa. You can go up there, and I sit there, and I'm like, all right, am I making the right moves? So I dedicated like 5 minutes to myself, where it was just questioning myself, where it was, are you doing the right thing? You know, with your money, with your life, with your relationships. Like, okay, I kind of reflected, and I'm like, all right, so I'm doing this right, or at least to my knowledge, and this is where I'm fucking up. And today, I hadn't done it since I was back home, and today I finally did it for the first time again in like years. And I sat down and I pulled off, and I kind of went off to myself, and I was in the middle of these bushes. Nothing was around. And I didn't want nobody to see me. And I'm like, all right. I'm sitting in there in the sand, and I'm going, all right, this is going good. This is going bad. This is this. This is that. And I'm like, okay. I question, am I going in the right path? Am I doing things like I said I wanted to do this year? Like, am I moving forward? Am I stagnant, or am I moving backwards?
Yeah.
So I kind of reevaluated everything. And today was one of those moments where I was just like, fuck, great. Like, the one thing, and it's not something where it's like, oh man, one vet said you're great, or you're not great, but one vet said you're good.
Yeah.
And I'm like, but it's just the tip.
Yeah. It is.
Oh, God damn, dude. But it felt great for a second.
Well, yeah, you need that, man. You need that to keep moving forward, and it just shows that the work you've put in again is just paying off, man.
Dude,
it's good to see.
I like, you're there, but you're not there. What's going on in your fucking head? Bring it. Come on. Something's going on in your head.
No, that weed got to me.
Oh, is that what it is?
Yeah.
That's
that
a
weed
different
got to
look,
me.
bro. When did you start doing that?
In the band.
Yeah?
Yeah, the band really got me hooked to like using it, and
Did you say the first time you used it, you were like, fuck?
no, I mean the first time I used it was I had just turned 21.
Oh, okay.
So it was like not a long time ago, but like, you know, some people started in their fucking teens and shit. But yeah, it wasn't anything where I was like hooked on it. And once it got legalized, yeah, I was using it more for sure. And now, like, I like that it opens my like window of comedic like opportunity. You know, like I might have an idea, and because I'm so loose up here, it allows me to view it in a different way.
Oh, okay.
But then I gotta like capture that, so I gotta like write it down and then look at it when I'm in clear mind and see if that makes any sense, right?
Yeah.
Because dude, so much shit just comes in, and it's like, okay, what's worth keeping?
Oh, okay. You never tried it in school? In high school?
No, man, I didn't.
Never?
I didn't. Yeah. All I did was
we were always around it, but like you never like. Really?
No, which is crazy because you look back now, and yet you're like, well, in such a small town, like there's drugs all over the place because that's small town nature, right? And again, here in the city as well, but it's like that's what people refer to it as, and I'm just like, I didn't experience that. I just wasn't. I don't know. I just wasn't around those situations, I guess.
You weren't around the people that did it?
No, I wouldn't say I wasn't around those people.
Okay, I was about to say, fuck,
no,
dude,
no,
come on.
No, I just wasn't around those particular situations. There's maybe like one or two in all of high school, and I was like, nah, it's
not for you.
nah. not something I wanted to try at the moment.
Dude,
But,
I remember the first time I did it. I was probably like 14, 13 years old.
Dang.
No, I was probably even younger than that.
Yeah.
And back then, we used to grab one of those 10 millimeter sockets. We used to get those millies, pack the millie, and get it, and you would get the then you would get the tab off of anything, open it up, and then you'd poke it, and you'd get a sharp edge on it, and then you'd poke it, get the millie, and freaking smoke it.
Are you teaching my underage audience how to use illicit drugs, Ramon Martinez?
This was back in the day, bro. Like, I'm telling you.
Yeah, you didn't need to do all that.
No, not anymore. But you know what? But that's what we did, because you saw sockets everywhere, and it was so easy to get rid of. And not only that, but it didn't make a bulge or anything, so you just kind of carried it in your sock or so whatever. And then
Different mentality, sir.
I know. So, and then what we used to do is we used to grab it, smoke it, and we used to grab a gallon of water or any kind of, just a gallon, squeeze it, and we'd smoke it, and we'd blow it in there, cap it off. By the time we were all done with the joint or whatever, we'd grab the gallon, and a little bit later, we were like, all right, we're out of weed. Okay, cool. Blow it back into the damn thing.
And that's how COVID started.
Way back then.
A fucking gallon jug of water.
It's the 420 kiss and tell, man.
Kiss and
or kiss
tell,
and blow.
shit, yeah. Oh my god, dude. We were, fuck. And then the second time I got high with my mom.
Oh shit.
Oh, with my mama, dude.
Not Mrs. Martinez.
Bro. God damn. Dude, I swear, you could write. I think if I sat down with somebody that was proficient in writing and you had to put my words into scriptures, not scriptures, but into God.
Easy there, God complex.
No, you know what I'm saying. So,
Ramon
but into writing.
Yeah.
I really think that somebody would have something, and it's just my life has been like, you've seen The Blind Side, like The Blind Side. Fuck, dude, that's chump change. And you know what's so funny is that Mr. Corey, he knows the whole thing. Anthony Corey, Nick Corey, these guys know my entire upbringing. Dude, it is so crazy, the stuff that I've been through, the stuff that I went through. Like, it's just, kids aren't supposed to see this. Kids are my age, you weren't supposed to.
Yeah.
And it sometimes surprises me that, I'm not saying like toot my own horn, but goddamn, I turned out, I'm not the best person in the world, but fuck,
Yeah.
it turned out all right. But, dude, I swear, I need to get somebody that knows what the hell they're doing with it, because
Seriously.
it's freaking, it's really, really freaking cool, bro.
Yeah, it would be riveting, man. Just to see how, like, what a positive force you've maintained to be. Yeah.
You know, in high school, Miss Cruz used to tell me. She used to go, obviously. Miss Cruz was what? The freshman and junior counselor or something like that, right?
Yeah, one of the two. I mean, a counselor for sure.
Yeah. So, and she got to see a lot of that aftermath where I was just like, when I had the breakdowns, I would freaking go to her and go to Mr. Hill. And they saw, and OD, when OD was around, man.
Yeah.
And they got to see a lot of those things where I would be laughing and giggling one minute, and the next minute I was in there crying my balls off. Like, I was just like, fuck, the world's gonna end. And then I'd come back out and like, oh shit, there's Ramon again. Like, Robin Williams.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Fuck, man. Oh man,
We've gotten heavy, man.
I know we have. We really have.
Yeah, I appreciate you, man, for that, bringing it out of me and your willingness to be open, you know? Yeah.
Thank you for having me.
It felt good, man.
Thank you for having me. I know we've been on it for a minute.
Yeah.
It doesn't feel like a minute.
It never does.
Really?
Yeah, dude. And that's the joy of like picking out my own guests, is that I haven't had one where I felt like I was like, ugh, you know. But yeah, this one, it took me in a different place because it took us back when we hung out with each other the most, you know. So you're in a different headspace at that point.
Yeah, it is.
And it's almost like when you're catching up with someone from that time period, it's like time almost doesn't exist at that point because you almost melt into that time period reminiscing, and it's like next thing you know, it's like we've been talking for 2 hours.
Bro, haven't you noticed that? Like, you go back home and you talk to somebody, and yeah, you pick up right where you left off, but at the same time, you kind of want to see who they are now.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah,
honestly,
for sure.
I was so intrigued coming to talk to you.
Yeah.
Just to find out who you are, like who you are now.
Dude, that's true. That's true.
It was, yeah, I knew that it was going to be one of them things where you were going to ask like, oh, this, but fuck that. I knew from the get-go I was going to flip it. Because I really wanted to know who you are now. Like,
Yeah.
like without all these are the same things that I would still ask you.
Yeah.
Some of these
exactly.
things, I know you're a dad.
Mm-hmm.
I know what happened. Not like that, but like in detail.
Yeah.
I know you separated. You have kids. You met somebody else. Okay, that's fucking apparent. But who are you? Like, who are you now, bro? Like, you went through some shit. Cool.
Yeah.
Where's your head?
Mm-hmm.
Who are you? Like, yeah, I know that old Cheeto's there. Cheeto, not Juan. Yeah, I know you're there and you're still the same guy, and I know that if I tap into it, you're fucking right there.
Yeah, you're there.
But who are you now? And that's so cool to see. Like, that's cool to see you in your comfort zone.
Yeah.
I'm at your house, bro. Like
That's true.
you damn, you open your doors up. Like, I wasn't expecting to sit there and talk to Sheila for an hour, and I'm like, it's one of them things where I honestly was sitting there for a second pouring my drink, and I'm like, what the fuck am I gonna say? Like, Chino, you're gonna leave me in here with her? Like,
she's getting you ready to get all vulnerable.
Yeah. But it was one of those things that I like I said, I can talk to anybody, right? So I was just like, oh, so how are you doing? You know,
You can, man.
But
I felt the same way. I hope you know that. I was like, damn, he's like, I'm going to go get this ready. I'm like, tell me about horses.
yeah, exactly. And it's the awkwardest thing, right?
Yes, no, but it was so easy.
No.
No.
So easy.
Yeah, I and like you say, like when you said in your in the farrier business, like who you can take, what information and techniques you can take from certain individuals. Like, I've done that, I think, with like the people I've hung out with, you know, with you and Gordo and Chris and David and like all these guys, where I'm like, I pick and choose pieces in there that like I feel like I could incorporate. Exactly. Yeah. It's you guys, man. It's you guys. That's it.
Oh man, bro, I will tell you this. Thank you. You made me open up. You made me open up to some things that I just kind of really reserved about.
Yeah.
That I just kind of keep to myself.
Yeah.
Because I don't want the people to think that, obviously, oh, this guy thinks he's better than everybody. No. But when you voice it out, and it's crazy because you're voicing it out and you're kind of judging yourself at the same time when you're voicing it out.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, fuck, I shouldn't have said that. And but fuck it.
No,
full send right now.
Yeah, it's real. It's raw. It's authentic. It's a conversation, man. We're not here. We're not robots, dude. We're trying to be we're trying to convey our emotions, and that's fucking messy, dude.
It is. Ain't it?
Messy. It's messy. It's messy. Bringing this and this together, and then having your mouth produce the exact word and tone and delivery that would convey what you're feeling and thinking.
Yeah.
Doesn't happen. That's why relationships are tough, dude.
Me and this thing are having a hell of a good time. Look at that. Comes back to you, baby. Oh, shit.
All right, man.
All right, brother.
I'm going to have to call it.
No, I'm with you on it. I'm with
It's been amazing. It's awesome. I'm glad you came on. I'm glad we had this evening together.
I know, man.
And on the eve of his birthday, dude.
It's his birthday. In actually 15 minutes, it'll be your birthday.
Yeah.
I'll be the first person to tell you, buddy. You're 18 years old. Get the fuck out of my house.
You're a
Just
man
kidding.
now.
Come here, Bubba.
Yeah.
Don't drop the soap.
Well, I wish you all the success, man.
Yeah, thank you, man. I appreciate it.
And I love you, brother.
I love you too, man.
All right.
For sure.
Let's wrap this up.
And that's all she wrote, folks.
Yay!
Oh, damn.